Hello and welcome back. It's Poetry Friday again, and that means it's time to join me in my lunch and read poetry. How exciting. Today's poem is a war poem, and it's a rather short one, but pretty intense. It's called The Death of the Ball Turret Gunner by Randall Jarrell, who was actually a soldier. From my mother's sleep I fell into the state, and I hunched in its belly till my wet fur froze. 6 miles from earth, loosed from its dream of life, I woke to black flak and the nightmare fighters. When I died, they washed me out of the turret with a hose. Randall Jarrell has a note about this poem, which is actually longer than the poem itself. He says, a ball turret was a plexiglass sphere set into the belly of a B-17 or B-24 and inhabited by 2 50 caliber machine guns and one man, a short, small man. When this gunner tracked with his machine guns a fighter attacking his bomber from below, he revolved with the turret, hunched upside down in his little sphere. He looked like a fetus in the womb. The fighters which attacked him were armed with cannon-firing explosive shells. The hose was a steam hose. It's interesting the connection he makes between the idea of being in this plexiglass ball where you're fighting for your life and being within the womb. He draws the connection to the child within its mother's womb who dies before it has a chance to live, being awakened to black flak and nightmare fighters. The image is the death of innocence and the destruction of children. Not a very happy vision of war. I think the best thing about the poem is the intensity of its imagery. It's short, it's powerful, and it's horrifying in a way that maybe a longer poem couldn't convey. So with that rather disturbing image, I'll leave you until next week. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week on Friday during lunch for Poetry Friday. And look, I don't have a lunch. I already ate it because I got hungry. So I'll just, as Hamlet says, like the chameleon, eat of the air with promises crammed. Tasty. You can click up here to watch the previous video, or click here to watch the next video, and click here on my bow tie to subscribe. I'll see you next time. I guess I'll grade instead of eating.